thicker the pie, thicker the bag. Meet them a bite, at least in no beamer. I'm Brian, no gun, I'm driving it fast. They were just hating cause they in the way, and the way I've been made it. The is mad. Man in them baggers, I'm all in my bag. Well, I ain't holding around. Just a little Merlin, out the cutie. Now I don't give a. Tell me why I would on the rose bar couch in my bag. Bands in my denim. In my denim, she was trying to for a doubt. She don't give a. She was in her bag. Fendi and some lane. Asked for a burger. Watch in the front seat of the fouled out J. We living so wild like Nas. When she was on vacation. We was on roll like tires. Where we gon' I'm in my bag like I'm in my bag, Mike. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. I'm really just running for money. I'm Love Flow Joe chasing the check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these hoovers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Bigger the bag, bigger the beef, bigger the problem, bigger the beef. One of them all in the same. Broke at the end of the month, Flow Joe, kill mo, run it up, keep clean, never let them touch.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored. And find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And eventually taken down, but how about that athletic spin move we saw? Gives him the 1st down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A first down throw for Kaiser. He's letting this one go for Fuller. That's going to be caught. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's gone. And the Broncos get there and take him down. DeForest Buckner in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A shotgun snap for goal. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Goff now looks to throw. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are. But they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the Broncos coming out now. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go. White Sunday. White Sunday.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
On 3rd down, Kaiser. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
14. 14. Hey, lift.
After the run, Goff going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, LA! David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
A spin. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Meanwhile, down in Glendale. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Kaiser. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Kaiser again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So a tough spot for Kaiser. The sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Working out of the gun. Here's Kaiser. Airing it out deep for Smith. This is caught at the 20.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Now gone. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. Way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
17.
He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Kaiser on 1st down. Going up top. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting... And oh, it dropped it up!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now this time he'll look to throw. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
DC.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Go! Hey, switch! Hey, 5! Super 66!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Louis.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Value 3. What? Let's go, 12. Let's go. Check motion. Dula.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. This is Cohen on the toss, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gano the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Kaiser, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A second down throw now for Kaiser. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They're indeed going. It's Kaiser, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much running room. Down to the 32. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as is fielded at the goal line. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put him back with not great field position. So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case. And he loses the football a second time. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. So he was holding from that left tackle position. Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half? I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Off play action. Here's Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands. Guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Out of the gun. Gone. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down. Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10. Play fake. Kaiser. Well, it's caught on the right side of Smith. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation. Let him sneak his way across. Coming back underneath. Put it in his hands. Let him get a few more yards after the catch, too. Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. They go play action here on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Tucker now for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, here's Goff. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They give it off here to the tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Tiger, Tiger. Stew up.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ohio! Ohio!
From the gun, Kaiser. Throw left side complete. It's Fuller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
Kaiser now. It's caught. Smith. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the run, Goff going to throw. Throwing deep for Galladay. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
12.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
14.
Again, Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But a Chargers player was able to fall on it, and they'll keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, the Chargers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Merlin.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he's going to go down again. Jonathan Allen, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
That'll go as a loss of 5, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
We got 3.
Kaiser. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 18, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now a give to Taylor. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage again. The 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Go! Harbaugh! 12! 12! 12! Hey, 5! DC.
Here's Goff. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw is gone. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Here looking to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now a first down throw. Gone. He's going to let it fly. He's got him in. Complete. 20, 10, 5. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Callaway, 97 yards. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. In for the score. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Chargers in good field position to start out, 1st and 10. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Antonio Callaway with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Flex round!
And they're throwing here. Kaiser, he's letting this one go for Fuller. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working.